Hello everybody, how are you? I am Noresh and your teacher here and will be teaching you a different question and their answers. So I welcome you on classtheta.com where we'll be discussing questions. So let's get on the question. So our today question is analyze the impact of planet and animals domestications on the Neolithic societies in the Middle America. Select all that apply. Option B, Neolithic Americans people change from simple hunters gatherers to settlers agriculture groups. Option C, Neolithic Americans people change their diets resulting in more gathering and less huntings. In what ways did the Olmec civilizations influence subsequent civilizations in the Mesoamerica? Select all apply. Option A, the use of the pyramids by the Olmecs was that adopted by the latter Mesoamerican civilizations. Option B, religious and the artist parties of later Mesoamerican cultures reflected a strong Somalic influence. Which of the following are evidence that the civilizations had a large influence on both the Maya and the Aztecs? Select all that apply. Option A, the construction of the monumentals, pyramid-shaped templars. Option C, the existence of balls codes. Option E, the use of the calendars and a numbers system. How did the Aztecs resources in the regions? Option B, trade. The tributes gave the Aztecs more resources than the Olmec and Maya. How the difference in the political structures of the Maya and the Aztec effect of the source of wealth? Option A, the wealth of the Aztec emperors came from the tributes of the conquered enemies. Mayan political power was distributed among city-states that used trade a base of their wealth. While scientific achievements of early Andins cultures were adopted by the Incans. Select all that apply. Option A, the Incan adopted the conduct of the engineering roads and the using a relay messaging systems from the Mocho Ocean Sea. The ANSI embraced the farming methods of the advanced culture such as the reaching and the irrigation. Which statements describes trade in the INC empires? Option C, INC has conducted little trade as the emperors owned all property. What steps did the Icans take to unite their empires? Select all the apply. Option A, they built vast networks of roads, bridges, and tunnels. Option C, they imposed their language and the religious conquered peoples. What evidence? But this supports the influence of the Mocho cultures on the INC empires. Option B, the accidents and the networks. What benefits did the early people of the Pacific Northwest gains from the environment? Select all that will. Option B, C, the expensive forest provides building materials. Option D, the oceans arrives where the abundant sources of fish. Which of the following statements would most likely have come from the members of the nation's culture? Option C, the leaders look down upon on the people just as the such would look downs on la life. Which Native American culture actively incorporated women in their agriculture and the political lives? Option B, Iroquois. How was the role of the women in the Iroquois confederacy? A superior role to the men in the confederacy. Option A, women could most members from the confederacy and the leaders were chosen from the mother sons. What purpose the earthwork, the Athens and the hopeful culture serve? Select all that will. Option B, burial mounds. Option C, defensive structure. Option E, template platforms. The correct answer of the question is here is the analysis of the statements. Analyze is the impact of the planet and animals domestications or the Neolithic societies in the Middle America. Option B, Neolithic Americans people change from simple hunters gatherers to settlers agriculture groups. Option C, Neolithic American people change for diet resulting in more gathering and less huntings. Analyze both statements are correct. The adoptions of the agriculture, planet, and animals domestications led to settled agriculture communities change in diets with more focus on the gathering crops and less on huntings. In what ways did the Olmec civilization influence subsequent civilizations in the Mesoamerica? In the use of the pyramids by the Olmec was adopted by later Mesoamerican civilizations. Option B. The religious and the artist practices of the latter Mesoamerican culture reflected the strong Olmec influence. Analyze both statements are correct. The Olmec civilizations had a significant influence on the later Mesoamerican civilizations, including the use of the pyramids, the impact on the religious and the artist practices. Which of the following are evidence that the one civilizations had a large influence on both the Maya and the Aztecs? In the constructions of the monumentals, pyramid shapes, templars option C, the accents of bars, codes option E, the use of the cylinders and the number systems. Analyze all the statements are correct. These elements are evidence influence of the civilization likely the how did the Aztecs use resources the regions. Option B. Trades and the tributes gave the Aztecs more resources than the Olmecs and the Maya analyzes this statement. This is correct. The Aztecs relied on a combination trade tributes and the concrete regions on the acquired resources. How did different political structures of Maya and the Aztecs affect sources of wealth? Option A. The wealth of the Aztecs compares emperors came from the tributes of the concrete enemies. Mayan political power was distributed among city-states that uses trades as a basis of their wealth. Analysis both statements are correct. The source of wealth for the Aztecs and Maya were influenced by their respective political structures. What scientific achievements of early advanced cultures were adopted by the Inans? Option A. The INC he adopts the concept of the engineering rods and using a really machine systems for the mochis. Option C. The INC benefits from farming methods of the ancient cultures such as the tracing and the irrigation. Analyze both statements are correct. The INC adopt engineering agriculture techniques from early Andean cultures. Which statement describes trade in the INC empires? Option C. INC as conducted little trade as the emperors owned all property. Analyzes these statements is correct. The INC empires had a highly controlled economy and the trade was limited compared to other civilizations. What steps did the INCs to take unite their empires? Option A. The built vast networks of roads, bridges, and tunnels. Option C. They imposed their language and the religious on the concrete peoples. Analysis both statements are correct. The INCS uses infrastructures or cultures in unification to consolidate their empire. What evidence bust sports influence Mochi cultures in its empires? Option B. The extent road networks. Analyze these statements is correct. The road networks evidence much influence on the INC empires. What benefits that did early people of the Pacific's networks gain of their environment? Option C. The expensive asset provided building material. Option D. The oceans and the rivers were the abundant source of fish. Analyze both statements are correct. The Pacific Northwest environment provided resources of buildings and abundant seafoods. Which of the following statements would most likely have come from the members of the Native cultures? Option C. The leaders look down upon the people just as sons will look down on all life. Analysis these statements reflected the spiritual and the heritage beliefs of the Native cultures, which Native American cultures actively imported women to into their agriculture and the political life. Can be requires analysis requires confidence actively interprets women into the both agriculture and the political aspects of their society. How was the roles of women hierarchy QS confidence of a supervisor's role to the men in the confederacy. A woman's removes members from the confederacy. Leaders were chosen from the mother sons. Analyze these statements, highlight significance role of woman decision making within the QS confederacy. What purpose did the earthwork that done and the Howell's culture serve? Option B, burials mounds. Option C, defensive structure. Option E, templates platform. Analyze all the three purpose are correct. Earthworks saved multiple functions including burials, defense, and the ceremonials or religious purpose. How did the AN not adapt to their climates? Option D, hunted seals. Others, sea mammals. Option E, used kayaks and dogs sailed from transport. Analyze both statements are correct. The Inuit adapted to their architect environment through hunting. Their transitions methods overall. Analyze these historical statement is accurate. So that the answer of the question. If you are searching any other question, please visit www.classtheta.com and find on the search section. If you have any question to ask, there are now sessions on the right side of the website. Fill the form and will be answering you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching this video. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe our channel. Until next question. Bye bye.